morning, Wadsworth. How's everybody doing?
Wonderful today, Janie. How are you?
Well, we were just talking that we shouldn't be cackling because it kind of picks up the cackle on our mics, but we can't help it.
A few shots of Botox maybe before the show.
Yeah, we'll have to just really settle it down. Okay, well, I'm Janie Parrish. I'm the director at the Chamber of Commerce here in Wadsworth, a very fun job. And I'm here with my stunningly gorgeous, beautiful co-host, Michael Reynolds. Michael Reynolds, this is his, we like to give him a little boost for the weekend. Yeah, he's had a rough week that goes down, and so then it's my job to boost him back up. So,
and I haven't seen Janie enough this week, and already she's forgotten my name. So
it's etched across my forehead. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, let's get going because we have got a terrific show today. And before we get started, I'm always so tickled when people come up with an idea that is just so out of the box, and I so appreciate that. So I'm going to start here with Heather Taylor, and Heather is the owner of GlitterGirl Media. You don't normally see Heather without some form of glitter somewhere.
I don't think I have any today. I've got shiny earrings, but no glitter.
Okay. And then Rhonda Ward.
Makeup.
Yeah, we're makeup, Joanna. And then we're here also with Rhonda Wergler, who's the executive director of the Children's Center of Medina County. So welcome to you two.
Thank
and
you.
Let's find out what's been going on that we're so excited to talk about.
So my friend and someone who everyone knows in Wadsworth, Jenny Young with She Did It Videography, had an idea to do some kind of a fundraiser or a give back to benefit small businesses for Small Business Saturday, but also wanted to do a not-for-profit component to it. So she was throwing around the idea of doing a t-shirt. We sat down for drinks at Spunkmeyer's. You know how things happen. And by the time we had walked out, we had our idea for the fundraiser. We had numerous sponsors. We had already contacted Rhonda to be our not-for-profit, and we had a place to actually host giving the t-shirts away. So it's amazing what you can do with a cell phone. And we made it happen. That's right. I had a margarita. I forget what she had, but it was fantastic.
It helped.
We had a blast. We had food and, our other
nice.
sustenance. And so our idea was to pay homage to small businesses on Small Business Saturday. Mm-hmm. It's always the Saturday after Black Friday. So this year it'll be November 30th. Mm-hmm. The Chamber has an awesome program with the Shop Small and things like that. So we wanted to tie the event to that. And so we made Small But Mighty t-shirts. And we have shirt sponsors that will be on the back. We wound up with 31 sponsors for the event. We talked with the Chamber about partnering with that organization as well because Janie's awesome. And
I like
Wadsworth is just such a giving community. I don't think we got a no. We ran out of room on the shirts before we ran out of good tidings from the city. So next year maybe we make the font a little bit smaller and take advantage. But it was amazing how quickly it came together, and now we are just selling the t-shirts as the second part of the fundraiser. So we have the shirt sponsors who, all the donations go to the Children's Center of Medina County, and then all of the proceeds from the t-shirts also go to the organization.
Now, how did you pick up all the organizations choose the Children's Center of Medina County?
Okay, so I've been lucky enough to go through the Leadership Medina County program, and that's where Rhonda and I had met.
Okay.
And we had come up with the moniker Small But Mighty, and it just went hand in hand. We thought, small business, small kiddos, but they're mighty, they're strong, and it just presented itself. Like we were talking about earlier, things just happen the way they're supposed to happen, and here we are.
Yeah. And so you were contacted by Heather and Jenny.
Yes.
And that's got to be like music to your ears.
Well, it's an amazing opportunity, and I love the Small But Mighty because the kiddos we see coming into the center, 40% are 6 and younger that we're seeing for interviews for sex abuse cases. So they are small but mighty, being able to tell their story, and they're resilient. So it was just a perfect match when Heather got a hold of me. I thought I couldn't say no on that aspect, but anytime the community supports us, it's just an amazing opportunity. So.
And it's not only, of course, because you're a nonprofit, it's of course not only the money, that is just a bonus, but it's the awareness too.
Right, and more importantly, it is the awareness, letting people know that child abuse does happen in Medina County. We serve the entire county, so there is no community where it's not happening. Last year we had 823 investigated cases of child abuse, and that was 200 more than the year before. So it's not something that, so anytime we can get out and talk that and say, hey, this is happening, but we have an amazing resource where families can come and get the tools they need to heal, is just, it's a great opportunity.
And it's not surprising when you say the awareness is the most important thing. 'Cause I know anytime I've ever spoken about your organization and talked to someone who wasn't aware of it, their first response is sort of like, wow, I had no idea.
Right.
I mean, that is almost universally.
Yeah, and most folks, when they see Children's Center in Medina County, they think we're a daycare, or kids spend the night there, and that is not at all what we do. So we are a nonprofit, and we help children. Any child that discloses in Medina County comes to our center for an interview, specialized interview, a medical evaluation, and referrals for mental health. So.
And you also do foster visits.
So we also have a family visitation center. So we are in a newer building. We moved in April, so we have 2 levels. Our lower level is our family visitation center, and the upper level is our child advocacy center. And in the lower level, we have 4 playrooms, 2 for smaller kids and 2 for bigger kids. And those are the children that have been removed from their homes because of neglect or physical abuse. And this is an opportunity for them to spend time with those parents they're separated with. So,
Wow.
and
And then that's a great service. My wife and I have done that, and I can tell you that many a time it was either bringing people to our house or meeting people at a McDonald's or Burger King. It was hard to find a place that was conducive to those type of visits that really allowed the parents to spend time with the children.
Yeah, so having that space. So last year in our older building, we had over 600 foster care visits happen. So I'm anticipating in a newer building with twice the number of rooms available that number will drastically go up. As we have seen in Medina County, foster care has risen. Probably 3-4 years ago, we were seeing maybe 50 kids in foster care a year. Now we're well into the hundreds because of the opiate issues and everything happening in the community.
Well, I wanted to explain a little bit about Small Business Saturday and how we hooked up with that. Small Business Saturday, this is their 10th year that they have done that. And I was so surprised. Heather, you were the director at the Medina Chamber of Commerce, and I saw that you had done the Small Business Saturday. And you hear about it, but I didn't really know about it. So I called Heather and I said, how do you do this? And so it was a website you log on to, and you fill out the forms, and what you would like to do with small business, your contact information. And it's really not a very hard process to become
Geared
a group.
for chambers.
It is geared towards chamber. So not long after that, we received 2 huge boxes from FedEx. And so Small Business Saturday started as a movement between FedEx and American Express. So what they were trying to do was to get people on Black Friday to shop local. And so, wait a minute, not on Black Friday, that was on Saturday for the Small Business Saturday. They knew people were out shopping everywhere, big box stores on the day after Thanksgiving, and so then they wanted to do something for the small businesses to bring awareness to them. So they hooked together. When we opened the first round of boxes that we had, you couldn't believe it. It was tote bags, I think like 100 tote bags that said Shop Small with their logos on it. There were doormats to give out. I mean,
Did you get the dog neckerchiefs?
and the dog neckerchiefs, yeah. And so it's amazing. And then they even contacted us and said, can we send you more boxes? We're like, yes, you can. So this is the first time that we've truly focused solely on the Small Business Saturday. We've taken things around, and we hand things out. We promote it on our website. We promote it on our e-blast newsletters, things like that. But this is the first time that we had a partner to help us promote this. And what a wonderful program it is that they're able to give out that. Everybody likes a tote bag. to begin with,
Oh,
you know.
sure.
And so then to be able to go to the stores and say, hey, one Small Business Saturday, when people make a purchase, put your stuff right in there, you know,
For sure.
and give it to them instead of a plastic bag or a paper bag. You don't want to probably put pizza in there, you know, or anything
Pizza
like
doesn't
that.
last that long.
It does not last that long. So it was really a great way to highlight our small businesses, and now to have that extra help and know that with the help, it's also benefiting not only the small businesses, but then also the Children's Center. I can't even thank you enough.
It's a blast, and I don't know about you, but it's a nice reminder. A lot of folks leave their shop small doormats out the whole year. It's not just about November 30th this year. It's about thinking locally, shopping small, and helping to support those mom and pop shops that sometimes offer the service that you can't get at a big box store.
Right.
Or many times offer the service and the things that they do, and at the same cost.
For sure.
I can't tell you how many times I've spoken with Paul Bixler.
Oh,
as an example.
He was actually the person that came to mind. They're always so community minded.
Yeah.
They always give back. So to be able to give back to all those small organizations that are the ones that sponsor the Little League teams, or the ones that donate to the prizes to come home for Christmas through the chamber, a way to recognize them and look cool in a T-shirt all at the same time.
That's right. But you know, we absolutely need the big box stores.
Sure.
But you know what? They didn't start out as a big box store.
For
They
sure.
started out as a small business.
And isn't it nice to have a choice?
Yes.
If I need to run in and get something at midnight, I've got that option.
Yep.
If I want to talk with a Paul Bixler and have him help me pick out a washer dryer, I've got that option.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because you know the people that work in the big stores, they have to know so much about everything.
Sure.
Where things are located. But when you go to a small shop, you know those people know their inventory, and the customer services is completely different than what you get at a big box store.
Yeah, try and buy jewelry at a big box store versus Thurber's.
Right.
Night and day.
Right.
It all depends on your need. So.
And certainly we're so thankful for our big box stores.
For sure.
You know, and we're thankful for our small businesses.
So big box Friday, small business Saturday.
Yep.
But a nice mix of both throughout the year.
Okay, so tell us, if we want to wear one of those fabulous shirts on Small Business Saturday on November 30th, how do we get one?
So they can be ordered on our Shopify site, which is www.smallbutmighty.store. You'll see a little picture of a little guy and a big shadow behind him, and it says buy the shirt. This is the shirt. All it's going to say is the hashtag small but mighty. Make sure if you see the post on Facebook, share it so that other folks see it. The shop itself will be open through Halloween. After that, we shut it down. So November 1st, it's too late to order online.
Okay.
Online, we also do have order blanks, and I know that a lot of folks have been dropping them off at the chamber office for us. So if you'd like to order that way, that's great. You either pay $5 shipping, and we will actually ship the shirt to you, or we actually have a pickup scheduled at Opal Dragonfly Boutique on Small Business Saturday from noon to 5. So come on out, sport your shirt. We're taking pictures and gonna post folks supporting small business. So stop by and see Jenny and me.
Oh,
Sizing wise, are they unisex?
They are unisex, and they are small to, I believe we went to 3X. So just $2 more. So $22 for 2X, 3X. Only $20 for small to extra large.
And so then the Children's Center receives some of the
all of the proceeds. Yep.
From the T-shirt sales and all of the sponsorship dollars. How many sponsors do you have?
We had 31, and we had to cut it off.
There you go. So that means that just from the sponsorships alone, the Children's Center will be receiving $3,100.
Ish.
Yeah. Okay.
Some of them were in kind, but yes.
Okay.
So yes.
So that's how
amazing.
wonderful is that?
It's just amazing.
And you know, those partnerships go so much further than trying to do things on your own.
It's so hard. I mean, how much of a voice do you have? But when we all come together, it's awesome. You can do amazing things, and Wadsworth has always been all about that.
Yeah.
We don't just do Thriller. We do all kinds of things together.
That's right. I'm just sorry I wasn't included in the Spunkmeyers evening. I just really...
Well, we want to plan a women's event. Yeah. I say let's go to Spunks and
get a few margaritas in her. She's full of ideas.
Apparently that's where great ideas
Rhonda will be getting texts from us. It'll be lovely.
Oh my gosh. So is Jenny going to be doing any kind of, Jenny Young from she did it videography. Is she going to be doing a video for this?
I can't imagine we could stop her from doing a video on this.
Okay,
She's just
good.
a machine. She's great. And again, this was her baby. I just was there to lend support and my fast fingers on the phone, and bring it all together. So I'm sure she will be putting out something, either commemorating the event, maybe ramping up for next year.
Sure.
We don't know yet. So
Yeah.
but I know this year I will consider a success. It's been awesome working with Rhonda, and we're just thankful that this little idea between two gals having a drink turned into something that's kind of something that the community can rally behind.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that when you say the Children's Center, people are sure. They like to say sure
I
to
said
that.
they did not get a no. We ran out literally of sponsorship room before we ran out of good sentiment. from the
Anyone that's ever
community.
spoken with Rhonda or been to one of their events,
Sure.
I'm sure it'd be impossible to say no.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of events, we have one coming up
Yes.
on November 8th. It's their art
Art with a Heart.
Art with the Heart, and it's at the Blue Heron
Yes.
this year, and you can get tickets online
Yes, online or
at the Children's Center
yes.
or call.
Or call, and we're looking. We got some amazing art. We need more folks to come in and see the art, and Janie will be there as our.
I'm the MC.
Yeah.
You just
MC,
got 200
yeah.
more attendees mentioning that.
You know what? Anna always calls me, Anna Guyleach, who is just a fabulous friend and works at the Children's Center. She always bills me as the mistress of ceremony. Anna, we got to come up with a different word. We just got to.
Kind of works.
Yeah. So, but I get kind of excited
Yes,
being
yes.
called that, really. Yeah.
And Blue Heron,
wow.
just got their license to start selling their own beer that they're making.
Yes.
They've,
Oh,
been,
wow.
they've been waiting to do that. So they actually were brewing this week, and we'll have their new beers by
Which
that
is
time.
fantastic. Yeah,
So
it's
maybe
a
we
great
have
venue.
our brain dump there.
There
They've
you
got,
go.
Drinks as
They're
well.
going to have their own version of Christmas ale. I know they were just brewing this
wow.
past
Okay.
week. So
Wow, you're on the inside.
when it involves alcohol, for some reason, I tend to find those things out.
Oh my gosh! But it is and talk about a partnership. That event is
Yes.
just
It's
a
amazing,
great
yeah,
partnership.
'cause we partner with the Juvenile Detention Center. They have an art program there, so some of the art that we're going to be featuring that night are from the students at the Juvenile Detention Center. So it's a great partnership. We also have Medina City Schools kids art. So just being able to feature art from kids, I think, is the most exciting part, because everything we do is about kids and helping kids, and some of our proceeds will go to the Juvenile Detention Center's art program, because art therapy is so important for kids to move through whatever trauma they've experienced. So.
And in the spring, we're going to be doing an art show with the Juvenile Detention Center and the Children's Center at the Premier Building on the North End. So we're going to, we're partnering with them, and so the three of us have been, not just the three of us, but the three organizations have been working together.
Yeah.
So, and been planning that, and because the Juvenile Detention Center just had their art show.
Yes, the
Yeah.
art experience, yes, it was
Yeah.
fantastic.
So that was great. So they'll be bringing it here with different kinds of art in the spring.
That's great.
Yeah, if you get an opportunity to go see the art at the Premier Building, it's just, their work, it's just phenomenal to see kids that talented being able to, the art is just amazing.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the big takeaway that I wanted to talk about today was the fact how far you can get with the partnership. And we all have our own, they used to say you have your own Rolodex. I don't think people have Rolodexes anymore.
LinkedIn.
They do. They're just tucked away in a box in the closet. Or
Yeah.
something.
Our phones have all of our
Yeah. And
circle
so how much
influence.
further you can get with partnerships than you can get in trying to just, you come up with an idea and try to do it on your own. And you can make it work. That's not the issue, but how much further you can get and how much more of an impact you can get with partnerships.
Well, it's all about community and working together and supporting each other. And the Children's Center has always been, we collaborate, and I'm a big believer in pull resources together because we can have a bigger voice. And this
Yep.
is a perfect example, small but mighty. But when you come together, that voice just increases. So it's great. Partnerships are my favorite thing.
Boy, me too.
Yeah.
So
Let's work smarter, not harder.
I like that. But while we're talking today, I wanted to ask you about GlitterGirl Media. I mean, I know about it, but I think you've worked so hard on making your own business, and not only, because I think what's so impressive is not only are you making your own business and making it grow, but here you take the time to do things like this, that
give back.
to give back, that you could just be taking that time to work on your own business.
Well, this is the fun stuff. This is where, that solopreneur that works at home behind the scenes actually gets to get out and talk with real live adult people and have adult air. So it was a no-brainer for me. But GlitterGirl's going really well. We started the business in mid-May. We've got some awesome clients. It's a social media and marketing firm. So any small businesses, and I do prefer to work with small businesses where, again, we can amplify that voice for them. The big boxes don't need a little kind of a me, but someone who has an awesome service or a great product but doesn't know how to get the messaging out, we're natural collaborators. And I have clients that are anything from not-for-profits to optometrists to psychic mediums and everything in the middle. So it's a different set of fun and advertising every day, and I get to change hats and be different people behind the scenes and just lend a hand where I can. So
That was a huge risk.
it was.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Yeah.
It's still scary. I don't know when it stops being scary, because you're always trying to push that envelope and get better and work with more people and give back when you've got the time and come up with new programs and wear all the hats that you need to wear. So maybe one day it won't be scary. I'll be
Tired.
already there. Already there.
You'll be at the spa.
Well, right. Plus,
Yeah.
I've got a little side gig that gets really busy at the holidays as well. So it's it's a busy time of year.
And
Ramping
how
up.
do people get in touch with you?
For GlitterGirl Media, you can email me at heather@glittergirlmedia.com. My phone number is 330-347-9453. Text is best. I always say the best way to give me a phone call is to text. So that I've got it in my phone, because a lot of times we're in meetings or at chamber luncheons and things like that, can't pick up the phone. So,
Sure.
And then glittergirlmedia.com is our website.
And we're lucky enough to snag Heather to be on our chamber board starting this coming year.
January.
And one of the things that we'd like to do together, yet another partnership, is to have a women's group, a women in business group. And Heather's very involved in the Akron Chamber, and has been working alongside them, and so now we're pulling her. Come on, Heather.
Grizzlies forever. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm a Wadsworth girl through and through, so I'm
And your color
really looking forward
coordinator
to
for it today. I definitely would say that.
I always wear red, but I'm wearing black until they come up with something darker.
Yeah. Rhonda, so what's the next thing for the Children's Center?
Other than our art show, it's right now, so currently we have an anti-human trafficking coordinator, so that's the other service that we provide at the Children's Center, and we have somebody going to all the schools and presenting about human trafficking. So it's really just continuing that awareness and education piece and making sure all children have a safe place to tell their story and heal.
So if someone has a question, concern, what's the best way to get a hold of Children's
They
Center?
can call us at 330-764-8891, and Melissa, who will answer the phone, will get the phone call to who it needs to go to. So they can always email us. We have a website. We have a Facebook page. Many people just message me on Messenger for Facebook. I answer all the time. So if you have questions, even if you just have questions about abuse, give us a call. Let us help you talk through that. And
Okay.
you don't have to have facts, you just have to suspect it, and I suggest you call about it because it's saving a kid's life at some point if we don't. So
Now, for example, if I suspect that one of my neighbors is maybe having child abuse in their home, neighbors, I'm teasing here, I'm just this
Right.
hypothetical, would I have to give my name to you?
no, you can make a confidential phone call, but even if
Okay.
you do give your name, the name goes nowhere. We
Okay.
never know who has called in or reported child abuse. By state statute, you are protected. Anybody that
Okay.
calls that in. So do not be afraid to make that phone call. I always say, I don't want to regret not helping a child, so if I suspect it, make the phone call, let the professionals investigate it and determine it. And if there's no child abuse, I believe that family would be happy knowing that there's no child abuse moving forward, and they have that support from the system.
Okay,
So
great. Because that is a concern for a lot of people. You don't want to get involved.
Right.
Like,
Especially if it turns out to be unfounded and there
Right,
isn't anything,
right.
and then it ruins that relationship.
Right.
But
But
nobody
you're right.
knows, yeah.
It's the flip side of that is it may be uncomfortable during that time, but to find out there isn't anything is much better than to
Yes.
say nothing and have something being occurred.
absolutely,
Yeah.
yes. Yes.
Okay, so we're going to wrap this up, but let's do a small but mighty one more round about how to get the shirt. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
shirts $20, 22 for 2X, 3X. You can order on smallbutmighty.store, or you can get on either the She Did It videography or GlitterGirl Media Facebook pages. Get the form, turn it into Janie and Stephanie at the chamber, and we will get those orders as well.
Which is much more fun just to go visit
Right?
Janie, so.
Right, I like it. And then also we have it on our website, and as well as we send it out every week in our newsletter, but you have to order by the 31st.
Correct, and then we will ship them out the week before Small Business Saturday, or you can pick them up on that Saturday at Opal Dragonfly Boutique.
Okay, that sounds
12 to
great.
5.
Okay, that sounds, I am so proud of you for
so
coming up with
excited.
this. This is,
Absolutely.
Really great.
it's great, and I love that you hopped right in.
Oh, yeah.
So are you going to have a presence at the Saturday?
I may
event
do
when you come?
that, yes. I
And I
think,
think we may have a little teaser at the December chamber and let everybody know what the results were.
Yep,
Yeah, fantastic.
absolutely. Yeah. So, okay, well, here we go, and we're done for the day. Amazing. So now it's nap time.
It is
Yeah, yeah. Well, as your boss at the chamber, you're not quite done for the day.
Spunkmeyers, we'll just go up there,
There
and have
you
a couple
go.
of,
There
you
you
know.
go. Well, thank you, girls, so much.
Thank you
Thank
for
you,
having us.
for
yes.
everything.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Michael likes to sign us out. That's his big assignment for the day.
Okay.
I get one and I usually screw it up. But
You had one job.
But thank you to both of you for all you do and for this great program, plus what you do throughout the year. It's very valuable to the community, and I know the community appreciates it. So thank you again, and have a great week, Wadsworth, for myself and my beautiful co-host, Jamie Parrish.